I am live. It is Friday night. I'm gonna get this sort of important stuff out of the way there so I can get some notes and just rediscover the notes that I had from last week that I didn't do anything about whatsoever. Uh, I will have to look into that at some stage, I suppose. Let me stick them up there in the wall of procrastination and see how we get on with that in a couple of weeks' time when I have a wee bit more money. So, good evening, everybody. We have a little bit of washing still up. I removed the rest of it. It is Friday night, of course, and that means it is Friday Night Live at Wally's. Tonight on the agenda. Good morning, Dieselman99. How is it going? How is it going? Tonight on the agenda, guys, I'm going to continue my HMA. How's it going? Guys, I'm going. Simon, you're very welcome. Stop shaking. Everything stop shaking. This is what happens when you make your own table. Look, one finger. I was never the best joiner in the business. So, this is it. It is Saturday Night Live, Friday Night Live. What day is today? It is Friday. It is Friday Night Live, guys. So, we are continuing our A to Z of firewood tools, firewood everything about firewood. Why is it so shaky tonight? Somebody tell me why it's so shaky tonight. Everything shakes. Wobbly wobbly. Yes, that is me. So we are continuing on our journey, but first of all, let's talk crap. How is everybody getting on out there? It has been 1 week since my last confession. Yes. Exactly. That is exactly it. Yes, I did make a table. But hey, at least everything sits on it. Isn't that the main purpose of a table? It doesn't have to be steady. Stuff just has to be able to sit on top of it, not on floor level. And that's pretty much what I have accomplished there. I must come up with a way of strengthening it up. I might put some boards across the back. Anyway, and I mightn't bother me arse. Who knows? Who knows? It's one of those things. I could just mount the camera on the wall and not on the computer itself. That way I'd be taking the camera off the computer and off the table. Then job done. That is a perfect solution to an otherwise simple problem. Well, listen, that's what they say, isn't it? If you can't duck it. So that is what I would be looking at as well. What have we been doing in Wally's world this week? Well, I have been working. Red Branch working. So I'm driving. I feel like I've been driving a lot this week. So it is June. So June in Red Branch means that you get school groups coming in. So I had a school group on Tuesday and a school group today, which was nice. It's nice to get those sort of groups in. They're a good break and a good training exercise to get your head in gear for the mayhem that is coming on the 4th of July, and that is the first of 8 weeks of summer camp. And that is going to be fun. Fun. I have not looked. I have cut a lot of grass as well. I've cut a lot of grass. And I was thinking, I still haven't got my strimmer back. I haven't had any saws running. Good evening, Chippy. How's it going, buddy? I haven't done anything like that. Hang on a second. Do you know what I just realized today as well? Right, I'm gonna open up another tab here. I'm gonna go onto my YouTube channel. No. Oh, I see Buckland's in your video. Sorry. Okay. Has anybody got this? Right. Show support with super thanks. What is super thanks? Oh, I see what it is. Okay. It's like a super chat, except you don't get to say anything. Do you not? Oh, you do. You can type a message. I just noticed that today, and I wasn't really sure what it was. I was like, oh, super thanks? What the hell is super thanks? So, it doesn't matter. Right, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Yes, that's what I just realized. A donation on a video instead of just a donation on a live stream. Now, I know some of you guys donated to, a lot of you guys actually donated to my, oh yeah, that's what that was. Okay, Chippy, sorry, replying to you. That makes sense now, because I was watching Doug's video and I was wondering why that was there. It showed that there was an amount, right? You know, so like a super chat thing. And then I was thinking maybe it was a premiere or something. But what was I going to say? Okay, so I don't know how it works with the super thanks, but when I know people donated to the head shave and stuff like that, but that was separate. That was nothing to do with YouTube. So that went directly through just giving, I think. So, but when I don't know, it's hard. So when I look at it, when people have super chatted me, I got one evening last year when I was down in Red Branch, and the super chats went crazy. I think it was like $200 or something like that came in. I know Buchan threw in like $100. Doug threw in $50 or something. You know, people were bang bang bang. It was hard to keep up, but it's hard to take. You don't really know what to say when it happens as well. But when the payment came through about a month later or whatever way it ticks over, I think YouTube took like 40% of it. So this is what you have to be aware of if you're placing super thanks or super chats on people's videos, you know. So anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. So I haven't been cutting any trees. I did a little bit of wood splitting the other day, and you know, I haven't been splitting in such a long time. It was nice to be out. I was out splitting with the Hultifers, and then I was out splitting with the Fiskars and with the Husqvarna axe. Happy is here. Let's talk about ice cream, or the ice cream, as we like to call it. So, it was nice. I just need to get back up the mountain. Maybe Monday I'll get back up the mountain and I'll be able to get the last of that. The last, Jesus, probably not even the last of. I need to do a little bit of thinking on this one. You know the mountain wood that I have looked at before. I've taken you guys up the incredibly difficult job that I'm having in getting that wood out of there. Well, it should be dry enough now that I can get the wheelbarrow in and out, no problem. But I still do have nothing with the one hand. Hey, Bruno, are you up to say hello, or are you up to be just a little bit of a pain? Bruno didn't get a walk today. I feel really bad. It's like the first time. I don't even know when the last time was that he didn't get a walk. Hey, Bruno, are you going to try and get up on my... Here he goes. Up on my knee. Oh, you big galoot. Yeah. Up on my knee. Up on my knee. Up on my knee because it's the most awkward seat in the house. Come on, if you're going to do it, you do it, Bruno. You don't be messing about. You just get up on my knee. Come on, get that paw up there. Get that paw up there. I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm moved a bit further away. Hey, Bruno. Oh. His ears are so soft. No. What are you doing? What are you doing here? What is this all about? What are you doing? Are you going to... Oh, Bruno, don't go up there. Are you going to try and get up on my knee? Or are you just going to go down? Oh, you're way down. That's my swimming bag. Don't set my... Wait, get out of it. Anyhow. Oh, beach is nice. I burnt my beach, I would say, within about 8 months, and it was okay. I found some more of it, if you can believe, 3 years ago. But I would cut it, bucket. I would bucket, split it, and stack it as quick as possible. It does have a habit of rotting, so that's good. 4 beech trees is nice. It's nice. I would like 4 beech trees. If I had 4 beech trees, I would probably have 2 years worth of firewood. If I could get some nice beech, it would be lovely. But I have that sycamore up the mountain, guys. Sycamore's nice firewood as well, but it rots out pretty quick too if it's drying, if it's laying on the ground. Do you know, Simon, I find that sycamore is worse than beech for not getting it split in time. I find sycamore goes rock hard. So I'm hoping on Monday that I can get up the mountain to this mountain wood and get this done. And the thing about it is that I'm going to have to, I might have to run a pulley or something. I might have to, you know, run a zigzag line or something like this to hoist this thing over, because it's still, as far as I know, it's still up in the air. So it's still at 10 feet. So I need to be able to get it down onto the ground. Now, I have no come along or anything like that. And I can't drive to it. You know, if you guys remember the videos before, I can't drive to it. It's just everything is awkward about this video. Excuse me. Not this video, this tree. So that is the issue. So I must get up and get it done. Doug, how is it going, buddy? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So it's one of those things where I'm getting to the stage now where it is nearly a year since I started that tree. Can you believe that? Really? 2 seasons. 2 seasons as in 2 years, or in 2 seasons as in like summer, winter? You have humidity. We don't have humidity. That is a big difference. We have wet. We have various stages of wet. That's pretty much it. And today was it lashed today. Jesus, it was so wet. But yeah, listen, I would just be playing it by ear, guy. I would just get it split, get it stacked, get it out, and just keep an eye on it. That is it. If I was splitting it now, I wouldn't be thinking about burning it this winter. Maybe at the end of the winter, but I definitely would be stacking it away for 24, 25. It'd be 22, 23 this year. Yeah. I'd be stacking it away for 24, 25. That's what I'd be looking at. We have all the cool stuff. Yes, I was 3 hours in the rain this morning. It was fine, but it was a nice day. 2 years. Yeah, I'm lucky if I get a year. The only stuff I've had for at least 2 years is the eucalyptus, and it is seasoning at least 2 years. And it has gone into rotation now, and it will probably not be burnt until March of next year. That is what I'm hoping. That is my plan, and I'm moving it about. So, unfortunately, my driveway at Red Branch, where I have a load, where my excess firewood is stored, my driveway at Red Branch is just full of stuff. I can't get in at all. So, Thomas, how's it going? You're very welcome. So it's like, you know yourselves. Do you ever have a load of jobs to do, but one job needs to be done first? You can't do anything else until that one job is done. That's what I'm like at the minute. So, really? No, the girls will be up. And yeah, I am sure. Yeah, Chippy, it's like that. It's like that. I just have loads of jobs to do, and it's like I can't drive in at the minute, so I'm not going to be hauling stuff back and forward. I've been hauling stuff back and forward. So anytime I need to go into Red Branch and do something, I have to get the wheelbarrow and fill it up full of stuff and wheel it in. Even pine, I would be trying to season it for at least a year. But yeah, it does season pretty fast. I mean, I think for me, what I find, I have the 2 wood sheds. I have the one right here, which is at the side of the house, right, which is the big one, and I have one out the back beside beside where I split the wood, right? The wood out the back dries faster than the wood at the side of the house. And I think that's airflow and direct sunlight. I think that's the difference. It's getting there, isn't it? It's close. Look at all the grey. I mean, nothing. Well, listen, guys, we're 15 minutes in and we're absolutely talking crap, which is absolutely perfect, and that's what we want. But let us get on to the topic of tonight's conversation when it comes to all things firewood, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back on and I just want to talk about the topic. My channel, yes, sorry, I'm clicking stuff on a different tab at the minute. Okay, so we are on the letter D for the ice cream, as Peppy said. Yes, for the ice cream, guys. Rod was looking for hand files and powered files, but I think we're better off probably waiting until F to get to the files. And Benjamin came up with the topic of tonight's conversation, guys, and it is a little bit of a controversial one, I find. Okay, deforestation, right? Okay, this is the ice cream. Yeah, guys, this is it, right? And this is what I'm not right. Deforestation, right? The mass cutting down of all the forests, right? Getting rid of forests, doing all that. I did not really want to talk about, but it got me thinking about, okay, sustainability and firewood, right? Okay, so here we go. You know I'm a bit of a hippie, you know that, don't you? That I believe in well, we see, Peppy, we did chainsaws last week, so this is why I didn't want to go down that route. And the thing is, right, okay. Now this is my question. This is like, you know what I do. You know that I plant trees and I cut trees, and I'm generally, if I'm Ed, how's it going? You're welcome, buddy. Generally, if I am cutting trees, if I'm cutting trees for firewood, I am cutting up downed trees. I'm not cutting down a big mature tree just for firewood. Okay? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense, guys? Now, listen, if you can come in and say, Wally, you're a sandal-wearing, black-toed hippie. I've had, yeah, there, Rod's in, boy, Rod's in. So, you're welcome. And do you know what I mean? So, this is it, right? This is the way I look at it. And I've said this before, right? That I think that trees and firewood are our most sustainable fuel, okay, overall, right? Overall, depending on where you live, obviously. If you live in the middle of the Sahara Desert, first, you're mental. You shouldn't be living in the middle of the Sahara Desert, but there's not a lot of scope for growing trees, right? So if we are, of course it is. Well, Thomas, dead standing is different. Dead standing is not something we get a lot of here. So we are very, very underforested. You know, in Europe is underforested. Ireland is the least forested country in Europe. It's a disaster, right? You're talking about hedgerows. That's what we have. We have big trees and hedges. We don't have big, you know, if we have big stretches of forestry, it's privately owned or it's owned by the government. And you can't just go in and cut down trees in it, okay? It's illegal, right? But these people are really bad at replanting trees, okay? So this is like, you know, so what I do is I plant as many trees as I can. So what I've started down at Red Branch is I've started a nursery, right? So where I am taking, yes, yeah, so can sycamore within reason. It is unfortunate, but like this is it, right? If you think about it like this, right? The fossil fuels are going to run. Oh, there's no more oil. We're all going to die. Okay, so if we, us, the 13 people that's on here now, oh, geez, that's right, Gay. Yes. So if you think about it, if we went out and planted 100 trees a year, right? Doesn't matter where you plant them. You can gorilla plant them. You can ninja plant them. Do whatever you want. You can get an acre of land to plant 100 trees in it. Doesn't really matter. Okay. What you're doing, right, Never mind all the green crap and all that about, oh, save the planet and carbon sinks and all this here stuff. And, you know, well, what you're doing is you're providing fuel for somebody in the future, right? It takes 100 years. That's 100 years. Bang, you know. This, you know, I'll get to that in a second, Simon. I think you said Diamond. See, everything starts with D. Do you know what I mean? I am completely unsure of this whole electric cars battery thing. It is just, I think it's a bit of a false economy. I think it's like, oh, an electric car, yay. The batteries are poison. The batteries are poison. The mining process that goes into getting those batteries is unbelievably destructive. So, you know, it's all balance, isn't it? It's all weighing one up against the other. It's all, you know, trying to find it. And this is where I come from with the firewood thing, right? Yes. So, yes, Rod, I agree. There's no point thinning when a machine can go in and just cut everything down in a day, where thinning would take weeks of a man with a chainsaw. So this is the problem. And then you have to take the timber out as well, you know. So you know, so like when you're talking about the processes and you're talking about everything that gets involved, like people say fossil fuels are bad, right? Okay. Most people think, oh, fossil fuels are bad, and all they're thinking of about is when they turn on their car and the exhaust fumes that come out of their car. Okay. Well, with fossil fuels, especially diesel and petrol, oil, let's just say oil, put it all in the one bracket, oil, okay? It is the process that is involved in getting that stuff out of the ground, moving it to a refinery, refining it into all its different components, and then moving that stuff to various locations across the world, okay? So every step of that process creates emissions or whatever you want that goes up in the environment and kills all the seals, okay? So the thing about it is, you know, if you are using firewood, you are part of that process because you're driving your truck, you're using your saw and stuff like that. But the process is much simpler because you are cutting down a tree and you are splitting it and you're drying it and you're burning it. That's all. Okay. So, and you can replant it. You know, you can't replant oil. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? That is very true, Simon. I agree 100% with that. Sorry, Randy. Ed, I completely understand where you're coming from with that. Sorry, trying to catch up on the things here. Okay, so you know this is, he's running a generator of water on water. Yes, so you're cutting with an axe. You still have to drive there. It's unless you have a horse, and then you can go on your horse to it. But pockets, really? Pockets, really? I have the dog bed here so that the oldest dog can lay underneath me. The thing about old dogs is that their breath stinks, boy. Yes. Ross on the land. How's it going, buddy? You're very welcome. Agriculture is a massive one, right? Let's go back to what Ed was talking about here, about planting the trees on the land and his neighbors thinking that he's a lunatic, right? I completely understand, right? I completely understand. All the time, like I've had local farmers come down to Red Branch, you know, and say, and the guy actually said to me, he said, I always thought this was such a waste of land because there's a forest there, you know. So it's like, waste of land for what? You know what? Like, I don't understand, you know. So around here, there were people got grants to destroy everything and turn it into agriculture, you know. So they were paid by the government to destroy bogs, to drain bogs, to cut down trees, remove forests, remove scrubland. Scrubland, like wild scrubland, is so important, right? You know, and obviously we know we've spoken about this before, about the dream, about the just buying a farm and planting trees and doing all that there stuff, you know. So, and that would be part of it, you know. Natural reforestation is definitely the way forward. You can give it a helping hand and plant some trees and stuff, but leaving it to its own devices. Well, this is the thing, Thomas. I agree with that. Okay, I agree with that completely. And what you will find here is that if you go into one of these forestry places with a saw and start cutting stuff down, right? If they catch you, they will call the police and they'll prosecute you. But you know, a lot of times trees are just left to fall. They just lie there and then they rot back into the forest. You know, so this stuff just goes to waste anyway. I don't understand, unless there's some sort of liability issue where somebody has cut themselves while stealing trees and then has sued one of these government organizations. I really don't understand it. Yes. Yeah. This is the problem, Doug. You're talking about ingrained mentalities, right? You're talking about, and it's funny because that all leads back into the whole Red Branch thing and the whole, you know, getting the kids in young and teaching them about wildlife and stuff, and how maybe that might influence somebody's decision moving forward when they're an adult. Like, oh no, I'm not going to cut down all those trees, you know. I'm about 23. Thank you very much. There is a liability issue, and the problem is people sue. But you know,
do these look like hives on my arms?
I'm live here.
I know.
Why do you think you got the monkeypox?
No, Mom said that they look like hives.
They do look like hives. What have you been eating?
1, 2.
Are they itchy?
Yeah.
They're probably hives.
Well, where'd you get hives from?
Kissing boys.
Where'd you get hives from?
Kissing boys!
What'd you get hives from?
You just get them. You just get them from lots of different things. They always come around this time of year as well in the summer. So that's pretty much it. Okay. Yes? Can I help you with anything else? Dr. Woolley in the house. Stop reading.
Skeeter bites.
Yeah, mosquito. Skeeter is a mosquito. No skeeters here.
This is Ireland. And I don't have any allergies.
Go down. Sorry. Go away. Go away.
Yeah, I want to be live. Whoa! Take Andy's me now.
Go away, Lily.
What are you laughing at?
You.
No. Laughing at your face.
Right, I'm lost. Yeah, that's pretty common here, Ross, on the land. You know, I could be if I'm not interrupted by the dog, it's the cat, or it's Lily, or it's Evie. So that is generally the way it goes. Nothing is sacred here. Not even my Friday Night Live feeds. Oh, the humanity. But yes, water pollution. Really? So in that case, is it more sustainable to I have Ed, I'll go back to you in a second. Okay, so is it better to I'm going to sneeze now? Oh, Jesus, that one hurt the back of my neck. Husky is sacred. It is natural regeneration better than these forced tree planting things, you know? So Does that make sense? You know where these things were to go out, and Simon, explain about the water pollution, please. Just a wee bit more about if you know how it is polluting the water. So, do you know what I mean? Like, instead of people going out and just planting rows and rows and rows of trees, obviously the native issue is the native thing is an issue. Oh yeah, I understand. Oh yeah, I get you. So an yes. So you need all different types of trees. So and all different sizes being most important, because you need your highs, your in betweens, and your lows, and that supports more life and stuff like that. Yes, I understand. So, and it creates tall, straight trees with less branches, which means that they are better for firewood. They're easier to split. So, which is what happens is that when you have round here, when you have the big hardwoods growing in probably the same with you guys in Scotland and in England and Wales and stuff, when you have these trees growing in fence lines, they grow into monsters, multi-stem monsters, you know, which are very prone to failure, I have to say. Yes. So there is certain trees. Now, down at Red Branch, we are prone to flooding in the winter, and you guys have seen videos of that before. Now, the thing is that it didn't flood for years until the forestry cut all the trees on the mountain. Now, which is obviously, so the water runs off the mountain down into the streams, down into the river, which flows past Red Branch. Now, you got to think, how many liters of water does one tree suck up in a year? All right, and if you remove 50,000 trees from the slope of a mountain, right? You know, there's a knock-on effect of that. That water has, that water would have went into the trees. Now it just all flows into the rivers. Okay, flows into the rivers and washes off the land instead of being sucked into it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Well, you see, Ross, the ash dieback is coming in here as well. But strangely enough, a lot of my ash are actually coming back this year. The ones that I cut back, small ones, saplings. I have like hundreds of ash saplings growing all over Red Branch, and there's a lot of them coming back. So it's a bit like, okay. But a lot of the big trees, I don't know. Tell me this, from when you guys are seeing the dieback in the I don't think it's the beetle we have here. I think it's a fungus that gets into the leaves. If anybody knows, what is the average time frame? If once you notice that dieback, how long does it take for that tree to die? It seems to be about 10 foot a year from what I can see. Two years. 2 years from alive to dead. See, Randy, to do the same here on massive forestry plantations, right? So the thing about this forest up beside us was that it probably wasn't cut because of the war, right? So it was left. The trees were at least 60 years old by the time they were cut. That's sad, Ed. The saplings, what I find is just cut the dieback off. Just cut it off. And what they're talking about, the arborists are talking about for the mature trees, is that it's a really heavy pruning will remove it, and the tree will restore itself. The problem being that is that farmers and landowners are not going to pay a tree surgeon to come in and cut 20 foot off an ash tree. They're just going to let it die and let it fall, so, and that keeps it spreading. So carpenter ants as well. What do they make? Tables and chairs and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know, but it is tough, isn't it? Like we used to have elm. There used to be elm here, and I have never seen one in my life. You know, but some of the ones down at Al, how's it going? Some of the ones down at Red Branch, some of the ash down at Red Branch, 200 odd years old, massive things. You're talking 4 foot across the stump, huge trees, just so big. And every time you're down there, you can just see it creeping down. You can just see dead fingers, I call them. So you can see the leaves are only going up this far. Next year, they'll probably only go up that far. Do you know what I mean? Do you have to tell somebody about them? Ah, okay. So the dieback's not killing all the trees. It really looks like there's a lot of them are coming back, you know, are sort of resistant, I suppose. Be an awful shame. Like ash is such an important tree here. We are running out of them. This is the problem, and we have been running out of them for a long time because. Okay. So we have been running out of them for a long time because basically we just cut down all our trees. No, not that we cut down all our trees. We don't bloody plant more trees. There's no rhyme or reason. As I said to it, landowners think a forest is a waste of land, right? Because you can't. It's not even like they're growing crops. They're growing grass. They're growing grass to feed cows. That's it. It's like, I don't get it. What is the point? Everything is about grass. And here's the thing, there's not even enough bloody grass. It's like, you know, everybody ran out of feed. You know, it's like, I just don't understand where it is going. How is it sustainable? How is it sustainable that everything is twice the price it was last year? You can't get anything. You know, it's like, oh no, we can't get that anymore. It's like, I put half a tank of diesel. Wait till you hear this. I put half a tank of diesel into my yoke on Wednesday, into the pickup on Wednesday. No, not from what I see, Ed. It's affecting all of them. And it's like half a tank of diesel cost me 106 euros. 106 euros. 106 euros. Half a tank of diesel used to cost me 50 euros. Like last year, it cost me 50 euros. 106 euros. I don't even understand. A woman messaged me about coming out to do some work, and I'd have to drive for an hour to do some work, to do this work. And I'm actually thinking to myself, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I would have to drive for an hour, work for 2 hours, drive for an hour, and that's 4 hours. And I don't mind that, but I will have to charge her 2 hours extra to cover the fuel prices. Like, that is insane. Normally I just drive places and do the work and take the money for the work and go. But it's like, you know, the fuel prices are just so high. You know, how can it be sustainable? How can they just keep saying it's because of this? It's because there's a war in the Ukraine. It's because of this. It's because of that. You know, so yes, that's good thinking. I put 40 hazel trees in last month. Chestnut, I'm not going to bother planting. I find chestnut is a little bit of a pointless tree for us. There's not a lot of things that eat them, and the wood's not great, and it's not really a native species to here, I don't think. It might be naturalized, but it's not a native species. I know it's native in the UK. 125 a litre. Jesus Christ almighty. It's absolutely insane, guys. I don't know how. I know me and Doug were talking the other day about, you know, Doug's driving a more economical car because the fuel prices are in the States are just absolutely crazy. That is mental, guy. That is mental. I was talking to a guy, and he has dumper trucks that he uses on a work site, and he's spending €600 a day on diesel. Walnut is. We don't get walnut here at all, Doug. Very, very rarely. Like €600 a day on diesel. How much do you need to be charging on a building site if it's costing you €600 a day? Rod, I live, as the crow flies, I live maybe a mile. If I go straight down across the river, it's that way. It's about a mile. It's probably about a mile and a half. Do you know what? It's probably less. It's probably, yeah, no, I would say it's a good mile. Not far at all. No problem, Ross. Yeah, and they've banned red diesel on construction sites. Everything has to be white diesel now. So you have to pay full whack for it and then claim back the VAT. That is mental. That is mental. Sweet chestnut is rot resistant. Now, there is a difference between chestnut and sweet chestnut, and there's a difference in firewood qualities for them as well. Now, I remember we were cutting down a chestnut somewhere, and I just was sort of like, for the amount of work that this is going to be, and for the amount of BTUs that this is going to pump out, this is not really going to be good enough for the fire. And I think it went to Red Branch, and we used it in the campfire. Campfire's never putting off a lot of heat anyway. It's more aesthetic, so that's where it went to. But I didn't know it used cooking. 196 a litre here. Well, Rod, that is about the same. It's about the same here in Sterling, but we have a border, so we can just hop the border if the prices are lower and higher on each side. But because Woolies World is when I set up Woolies World, I lived in the Republic of Ireland, so Woolies World is an Irish channel, believe it or not, right? So any payments, and this is the thing, guys, I use my YouTube payments to fuel my truck and my saws. And I've done that. I've been able to do that for a year. So you guys put the fuel in my machines. And you pay for the repairs as well. So I don't know if I told you that before. So I've lost myself now. Oh, really? 30 minutes? Yeah, that's fine. 30 minutes, I could nearly be in Belfast from here. So, and nah, maybe it depends. You'd be a fair bit up the road, but what was I going to say? So, what were we talking about? I have completely. Yes, you are the diesel in my engine, and I am the bullet in the gun. Yes, guys. So that is something that I'm very grateful for. So for maybe a year now, I have just been able to use the money that comes in from Woolies World for my fuel and for my repairs and for my services and all that there stuff. So which is quite cool. But the other side, the Red Branch Bushcraft YouTube channel, because I now live in the north of Ireland, that is a UK channel. So it's like two channels, two separate bank accounts, two separate countries. But the way it works, right, is that when I was working, or when I was like getting consistent money into bank accounts and stuff like that from jobs, basically, if somebody says to me, oh, diesel's only such £2 or something in the south, or diesel's only 190 in the north, so we can just choose, because there's different VAT levels and different tax levels and stuff like that. So there's always, this is the thing about living on a border, guys. This is how people exploit borders. So you either go north or south to get the fuel, depending on which is cheaper. So, and you're dealing in two currencies as well, two different countries. 400 a day. $30 minutes is expensive. This is it, you see. So that's this is the thing, right? And I hadn't really thought about it before. And there was this, I'd take the girls horse riding once a week. to go on a Thursday. And I was at the horse riding one day, and this woman who travels for an hour, takes the kids horse riding and an hour home. You know, Andrew, how's it going, buddy? You're very welcome. She said to me a couple of weeks ago, she says, if the prices of fuel keep going up, I'm not going to be able to come. Rod, thank you very much, buddy. I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to afford to take my kids horse riding. It's not that the horse riding is more expensive. I don't know, Al. I don't know. I'm not great at breaking these things down. I would say it does maybe 30 odd miles to the gallon. I would say it's, you know, it's not nearly a liter. Yeah. It is not. It's not a big truck, right? We don't have trucks. Oh, what's your Al? You know. So for you guys in the States and stuff, I have a Toyota Hilux. I don't even know if there's an equivalent over there, right? It's not a Tacoma. A Tacoma is a much bigger beast. It would be like half the size of a Tacoma. There probably is. Jesus Christ. Well, you see, the thing is, Doug, I had guys, save those rubles, you know. He'll be our overlord soon. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, well, the new Ford Ranger is a little bit bigger. So we have the new Ford Rangers here. Terrible machines, apparently. Anybody I know that's a mechanic has said don't get one. They're absolutely terrible. They look good, but they're not great. Wow. And in the States, you pay per gallon, don't you? So if I was paying for 4.5 liters of fuel here, that would cost me 10 euros ish, 10 euros ish, which is about $12. Okay. I had a Volkswagen Passat Estate before I got the Hilux, right? I loved it. Oh my God. You get it on the motorway and you put it into sixth gear and it just flew. It was heated leather seats, absolutely class. If I was to buy a car, I would buy that car again. And it is like the mileage, your MPGs would go up. I was on the motorway for a long time and I was doing 75 miles to the gallon. It's one of these Blue Motion things. But then it turned out that all that was lies. That Volkswagen had just been cheating the books. How did you get these little stickers and all? What's that all about? Ed, Rod, see, that came in different. What is that? Oh no! No! I don't want that to happen. Okay. Wow, my God! Like, but how? That is unsustainable, right? Okay, I get it. So instead of super chat, it's super stickers. Okay, lovely. Thanks, Ross. So what I don't understand, right, is if these fuel prices are going up and up and up and up and up and up and up all the time, why are the haulage companies, why have they not just stopped driving? Right? How long do you think it would take to cripple a country if all the truck drivers stopped driving? Thanks, Doug. Wow. $3.40 for a charge for 245 miles. That is mental. That is mental. That is mental. Thanks, Ross. I'm loving all these stickers. This is really cool. I wonder, can you make your own stickers? I love Wally or something like that. Guys, thanks very much. That is so nice. Well, speaking of which, did you see the merchandise? Now listen, this is not a plug. Don't buy it if you don't want it. Did you see the merchandise? Did you see I I don't even remember what it's called. What did you think of it? For you guys, it's on Ross and stuff like that. For you guys that are on, let me see now. But for you guys with their own, hang on a second, with your YouTube channels and stuff. I was watching, it's called myspreadshop.com. Oh, I pressed the button by accident. So I was watching somebody's channel and they were on about this. Probably. It's all tax anyway. I understand. I understand, Simon. Oh, really? Solar panels and a home battery. Is that the way? Is that the way it goes? Is that the way to go? Not the way it goes. Ross, I was trying Teespring, and I find it so temperamental. I might set up a Teespring one as well. You know that, because it would give me the option to lower the price of my merch instead. Yeah, Peppy, super stickers are like a super chat. So you go to super chat, and instead of clicking super chat, you click super sticker, and it comes up like that. Do you know, the Teespring thing just wouldn't, every time I was clicking on it, it would just go loading, 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 loading. But I do like the fact that I can set my price. Now that one there, now you can click on the link up there, Ross, and see what you think. The thing about it is you just upload your logo and it puts it on all the things for you. So it's quite easy. Now I have no idea if anybody actually bought anything or anything like that. I'm not really that. Where is my? I don't know. Let me see. It says that I have a get 15% off the shop. I don't even know what that is. But I have a shop. Hang on a second. Oh, I don't know how to work anything. Oh, I feel old. 36 quid for a hoodie. That's expensive. Anyway, I'm going to go out of that. It is called My Spread Shop. You might find it a little bit easier just to get it organized. Oh, Doug, you're doing a giveaway. What are you giving away? That's a really good idea. Speaking of Oregon, guess what I became today? Guess what I became today? Let me tell you right now. I can't find it. Hang on. Welcome to the crew. I am a crew member for Oregon. My number is crew member 130. I have no idea what that means, but I signed up to become part of the Oregon crew. If you're a member of the crew, as a member of the crew community, you will now be the first to know about new products, launches, exclusive opportunity for product testing and research, chances to receive Oregon swag, and so much more. We look forward to sharing experiences and stories that enhance our community's voice. Well, there you have it. And I am member 130. So obviously this Oregon thing is doing really well for them if I'm member 130. So funny, but yeah, no problem, Doug. No problem. I will. This is what we're going to do. Doug just went there. So we are going to, everybody's going to jump from this onto Doug's premiere. Okay. So we'll wrap this up in a couple of minutes early so that we can all go over to Doug's premiere. Okay. So let me find that there and set it up to watch. So his will be going live in 5 minutes, guys. And I think he's giving something away. Let me see what the crack is. Okay, so Oregon chainsaws. Excuse my rough brogue. Oregon. So, yes, which was nice. I thought it was some sort of like exclusive club membership, but I just sent in my information and they accepted me. So if you go onto the Oregon website, you can sign up. Yes, sorry, Ed. Harry Dolphin Records, how's it going? Let me see if I can get a link. Okay. Not Aragon, as in Lord of the Rings. Oregon. That link that I just shared, guys, is the link to Doug's video, Doug's premiere. So let me see now. It is going live in 4 minutes. We've got 4 minutes, guys. We've got 4 minutes. So is everybody happy enough? So listen, we got a little bit of a talk about deforestation. We got to play with the super stickers, which was incredibly cool. Thank you, everybody. And we got to have our Friday Night Live, which is super, super important. I am thinking maybe I might try next Friday and do Friday Night Live from Red Ranch Bushcraft. I'll see. Yeah. We can talk about them for 4 hours if you want, Randy, for 4 hours. Guys, I have 10 people watching. I have 10 thumbs up. I will try my best, Ed. I think that is the key. If we keep telling kids to plant trees, we will always have trees to cut up for firewood. Yay! Guys, I'm going to go. Everybody click that link, the last link I put up there. Head over to Doug. Support Doug on his channel as well. He's a big supporter of Woolie's World here, guys, as you all are, and I thank you all for that very much. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Benjamin Husqvarna #1. Everybody knows that.